I thought I was the one telling the story. I believed I controlled what my art meant. But I was wrong. It turns out the artist is often the last person to understand their own work. When we look at a painting, we assume the artist knows the truth of it. But what if the viewer sees something the artist can't? What if the audience looking from outside has the clearer version? Paintings don't come with instructions, they come with gaps, and we fill them with ourselves. We bring our own lives, our own memories, and our own hearts into every stroke we see. That's why a so called misreading often says less about the art and more about the person looking at it. Let's take a look at Vermeer's girl with the pearl earring. The interesting part is, he gave us a face, but no story. We have spent 300 years filling in that silence, guessing her name, her secrets, and her life. I learned this myself with my charcoal art. I thought I was the one in charge. I thought I held the only true lens to my work and that my vision was the only one that mattered. I started this particular piece while I was drowning in self-doubt. Every stroke felt like a test I was failing. I wasn't just drawing, I was trying to prove that I was actually good enough. I wanted to show strength, royalty, and power. I chose Lord Vinayagar because he represents supreme authority. I wanted him to look like a ruler who handles the whole world. I gave him 5 heads and 10 hands to show his command. I added heavy, beautiful jewels to make him look like a king. I wanted each and every detail to scream power and majesty. This was the posture of my dancing Vinayagar. He was meant to be strong and elite. I wanted him to look unshakable, like a figure of authority that demanded respect and attention. But when the charcoal dust settled, I didn't feel proud. I looked at the dark lines and I only saw my own fears and my own hesitation terribly staring back at me from the paper. I looked at him and said to myself that this is just arrogant. I worried he looked too cold, too sharp, and way too distant. I was convinced that I had failed to capture anything divine. I was actually scared to show it. I thought everyone would see the same cold, distant art and judge me. I expected them to confirm the same arrogance I myself saw in the piece. But when people saw it, they misread me completely. They didn't see an ego. They saw a deep, quiet peace. They saw a serenity that I hadn't even realized I had drawn. Someone called him Nattaga Vinayagar. They saw the rhythm and the grace of a dance where I only saw harsh lines. They called him Aindamuga Vinayagar. They found culture and devotion in the same details I had been worried about. They found a connection to heritage that I had completely missed to see. I aimed for power, but they found purity. They were totally misreading my intent, but their version was better. Their eyes found a beauty that my self-doubt had kept hidden. Their misreading did not correct my art, it corrected my self-doubt. Those misreadings gave me the permission I needed to finally believe in my own hands. I realized something uncomfortable and beautiful. The viewer doesn't misread art, they reveal parts of us we hide from ourselves. They see the peace we have even when we feel chaos. So, when your work is misunderstood, pause. It might not be a mistake. It might be a mirror. It might be the only way for you to finally see your true self.